squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Badgers will put it away to start the game. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense will go on the attack first. Tough, hard-fought game the last time these two met, with Iowa taking a close one.
Yeah, and Iowa making the plays when they needed to make the plays. And listen, I just like watching these two squads, Palmer, because they're very similar. Their DNA is similar. How they build team is similar. Their offenses usually struggle similarly. So it was a nice win a year ago for the Hawkeyes.
And because of that win, David, I think both these teams, they spent a lot of time in ice tubs after the game. The difference is that Iowa did it with a smile on their face, and they're hoping to do that again. They better load those tubs up with ice, because you know this game is going to be physical.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking down the middle. He's got an open man. Finds a crease at the 20. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Just keep slinging it. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! They grab the early lead. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Wisconsin's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He'll do it himself. There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Badgers in the hurry-up.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Wolf. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. They just just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires on the move. Got his man downfield. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. Just drives it between the uprights. There is a flag down on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, the offense will have to decide whether to take the points off the board. This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. Right, this big tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Back to throw, it's Wolf. Looking for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. He'll bring it out. It's Samuel. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Pocket breaking down. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. One of the things that makes college football unique, the cool trophy. 72-pound brass bull here, guys.
72-pound brass bull. I'm not sure how they thought of that.
Oh, he's got some space. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. To the air on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Lost to fire on 2nd down. Catch inside the 25. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Iowa!
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big 1st down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. He's loose. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Badgers are in the hurry-up.
What a throw on first down, first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
They go to the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. Looking downfield, it's Wolf. Snagged in the middle, it's Canty. Turning it on! They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Badgers are rolling down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. It'll be a draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to impose their will with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And for the 2nd time in this game, he'll try to knock through a field goal, this one a 41-yarder. It's good, and that was dead solid, perfect. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Going to take a shot at this DB. The flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got him downfield. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Some of the oldest rivalries in the sport come from the Midwest, and the Big Ten, and Wisconsin and Iowa have been going at it since 1896, guys.
Yeah, and for years and years and years, regardless of whether you're a fan of Big Ten football or you're not, or these 2 schools, if you like hard-nosed, physical football, 3-yard in a cloud of dust, good defense, this is your game. And for over 100 years now, fans have been tuning into that.
Well, and I think the competitive nature of this game, too, like the series is almost tied. It's almost identical records, so it just shows you it's going to be a great game, similar styles, and then bragging rights at the end.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
And the Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll give it to the back. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Wolf. Pulls it in. It's Rasmussen. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. They'll run the screen. He makes it up to the 20-yard line before going out of bounds. And the Badgers will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll start this drive from the 42. Might be calling a hot route. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got it in stride inside the 20. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. The Hawkeyes headed quickly to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the catch. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. They'll immediately call timeout. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. He wants it all. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Henderson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Give to the running back. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals.
And the Hawkeyes will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. The Badgers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll run the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catch in the middle. It's Rasmussen. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Badgers have their offense in high gear. The give to the back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Leaves it with the back. Look out, he's got room. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Swings it out to his running back. He'll be stopped at the 32, still ground to cover if they want to convert, and 4th down is coming. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. And that is no good. Missed opportunity with the field goal, and the deficit is still 15.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like,
going to throw it over the top of the D. Makes the catch at the 20. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give. Touchdown, Iowa! And the beatdown has ensued. Iowa has extended its lead as they try to take hold of the Heartland Trophy.
Iowa taking over now in the second half of this game. Offense and on defense, they are imposing their will, David. They want this Heartland Trophy back.
They want to go get it. They want some bragging rights. Both these programs, obviously close to each other, familiar with each other, kind of have the same DNA, but only one team gets bragging rights.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Henderson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Power football with the run. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So you either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Back to throw, it's Wolf. Bringing the heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. They'll start this drive going to the air. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500, I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Now, listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is fun.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So we open the final period with a third down play. Quarterback making checks. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Finds a man in the middle. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead.
A shot toward the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming. So the pass interference in the end zone will give them a free 15. Remember the difference in this rule and the pros. Ball is not placed at the 1 yard line in this situation. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Operating in the red zone here on second down.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Flushed out of the pocket. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs. The offense starts in the shadow of its own end zone. To the air, it's Wolf. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading.
He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
The return is tackled down at the 43, and the Iowa offense.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep.
He lobs one high down the left side. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He's got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now, here's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Catch in the middle, it's Darnold.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
using the back as a receiver on the screen. There he goes. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Took a shot as he threw. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. So now it's second and long. He wants to throw it again. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up for the first down. The Badgers have this offense rolling. Off the play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got it in the middle, it's Darnold. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Trying to bully their way in. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game...
The Sneak scores it!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right.
He's looking, pressure's coming in. The pressure gets there, and down he goes, and they won't be able to cut into this lead. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The give and tick, 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 tick. Oh, he's got some space. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The Hawkeyes in a good spot here with second and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Now on third down after that run. They'll try to power their way ahead. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. Still looking, on the move. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
And the Badgers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Wolf. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. They want to throw it. Got it set up on the outside. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Wisconsin.
The Badgers will line up to punt it away.
On to punt it away.
They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. Sometimes you try to grab the brass ring.